We walk, we pray, we sing, we praise. Forward, forward on Ebenezer rise. Forward, forward on Ebenezer rise.
If your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are an excellent leader. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, staff, and my fellow students. I deem it a pleasure to welcome each one of you present here to this auspicious occasion where the Student Council will start a new journey in their life. We begin this virtual inauguration ceremony with the prayer by Jewel of grade 6, invoking God's blessing.
Dear Lord, we are calling upon you today for your divine guidance and help to make this investiture ceremony a grand success. Bless the new leaders, give them wisdom, courage, and perseverance to do what is good. Lord, help them to use their gifts and talents to serve others as faithful stewards through your grace. Make them a good example for their fellow schoolmates. Help them to develop into good stewards of time and talents, and help all of us to be good models for each other. Eternal God, stir thou our minds and stimulate our hearts with a sense of patriotism as we celebrate our Independence Day today. May all that this day symbolizes renew our faith in freedom, our devotion to democracy, truly alive in our world. Bless the school and all of us today, O Lord, and ask that you guide us at all times with our infinite wisdom. We ask all this in your name. Amen.
A loving word of heartily welcome from the heart is the sweetest of all things in life. Every moment is a golden one for him who has the vision to recognize it. He leads every child into the path of success with his plans for the future generation. Here, we have one such dynamic personality, and it is my pleasure to invite our principal, Mr. Dinesh Bakshi, the navigator of the flagship of knowledge of this great temple of learning, to deliver the welcome speech.
Good morning, everyone. Student Council election and investiture is one of the most celebrated events in EISB school calendar. It is a great opportunity for our learners to build a stronger sense of respect and self-worth, making them feel positive about themselves. It gives them a sense of agency, making them feel like a part of the school matters, which will further contribute in the improvement of teaching and learning. Character, composition, and collective merit of the school members of the council is an indicator of the ethos and spirit that prevails on the campus. It also reflects the relationship between students and the teachers. To the incoming student leaders, your investiture marks a major milestone, both in your learning journey in EISB as well as in your personal development as future leaders of the country. The school sees great potential in you, and your investiture as student leaders is a testament to the confidence that the school has in your leadership capability. Getting a badge is a huge opportunity and recognition. The school authorities vest in its student council certain authority, trust, and responsibility. It calls for real commitment, empowerment through responsible behavior, and ability to stand for the student's voice. I have a piece of advice for each one of you. Your power and authority will flow from your responsible behavior and the examples that you set. Your fellow students must see in you an ideal schoolmate. Conviction, integrity, and compassion are the keys to your success. We will be there on your side to mentor you. Let me also congratulate the outgoing student leaders of Student Council 2019-20. You have been good role models and have served your school well during your term as student leaders. I hope the leadership experience that you have gained will put you in good stead in the years ahead and prepare you well for the future. I congratulate each one of you and wish you a fulfilling experience as a student counselor. Ma'am, thank you.
Next, we have Riddhi of grade 7 who will now perform a Bharatnatyam dance.
Tớ kỹ thế dùng tất tổng cái cả cái tổng kỹ thế dùng tất tổng cái tổng hết tổng cái cả cái kỹ hết kỹ cái cả cái tổng hết tổng cái cả cái kỹ hết kỹ cái cả cái tổng hết cờ kỹ tất kỹ 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 tổng hết đỏ 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 kỹ tất kỹ tổng hết tổng cái kỹ tất kỹ cái tổng hết tổng cái kỹ tất kỹ cái tổng hết cờ kỹ tất kỹ 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 tổng hết đỏ 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 kỹ tất kỹ tổng hết tổng cái kỹ hết kỹ cái tổng hết tổng cái kỹ hết kỹ cái tổng hết cờ kỹ tất kỹ 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 tổng hết đỏ 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 kỹ tất kỹ phát triển những tụ tất phát triển những tụ tạo tất tích cực vào đến cái bốn tổng ngườiรู้chân 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 ngày mỗi cứ phát triển những tụ tất để dùng tất tổng.
We now come to the most significant part of today's virtual ceremony, the oath taking of the Student Council, which will go down memory lane in the history of Ebenezer International School. For this, I request our principal, Mr. Dinesh Bakshi, to lead the head boy, Shivan Singh, and the head girl, Ishita Andrews, to take their pledge.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Shivan Singh, of the head boy of Ebenezer International School,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I shall carry out
that I shall carry out
all the duties entrusted to me
all the duties entrusted to me
loyally and efficiently,
loyally and efficiently,
to use authority
to use authority
firmly but fairly,
firmly but fairly,
to uphold the ethos
to uphold the ethos
and traditions of the school,
and traditions of the school,
and endeavor to bring
and endeavor to bring
laurels and glory to it.
laurels and glory to it.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Ishita Andrew, head girl of Ebenezer International School,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I shall carry out
that I shall carry out
all the duties entrusted to me
all the duties entrusted to me
loyally and efficiently,
loyally and efficiently,
to use authority
to use authority
firmly but fairly,
firmly but fairly,
to uphold the ethos
to uphold the ethos
and traditions of the school,
and traditions of the school,
and endeavor to bring
and endeavor to bring
laurels and glory to it.
laurels and glory to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we have the deputy head boy Arnav Jha, the deputy head girl Khushi Sanat, and the cultural head Shaurya Gati, who will be led by our principal Mr. Dinesh Bakshi in their pledge.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Arnav Jha, the Deputy Head Boy of Ebenezer International School,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I shall carry out
that I shall carry out
all the duties entrusted to me
all the duties entrusted to me
loyally and efficiently,
loyally and efficiently,
to use authority
firmly but fairly,
to uphold the ethos
to uphold the ethos
and traditions of the school,
and traditions of the school,
and endeavor to bring
laurels
and glory to it. Thank you. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Khushi Sanat, the Deputy Head Girl of Ebenezer International School,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I shall carry out
that I shall carry out
all the duties entrusted to me
all the duties entrusted to me
loyally and efficiently,
loyally and efficiently,
to use authority
to use authority
firmly but fairly, to uphold the ethos and traditions of the school, and endeavor to bring laurels and glory to it. Thank you. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Shaurya Gatti, the cultural head of Ebenezer International School,
do solemnly swear
that
I shall carry out all the duties entrusted to me loyally and efficiently,
to use authority
firmly but fairly, to provide equal opportunities to all student talents, to uphold the ethos and traditions of the school, and endeavor to bring laurels and glory to it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we have the sports captain Vishal Onat, who will be led by Mr. Ravi Kumar in his pledge.
I
Vishal Onat, the sports captain of Ebenezer International School,
do solemnly swear that I shall carry out all
do solemnly swear that I shall carry out all
the duties entrusted to me loyally and efficiently,
the duties entrusted to me loyally and efficiently,
to use authority firmly but fairly, to uplift the standard of sports through an exemplary show of sportsmanship, to uphold the ethos, the tradition of the school, and endeavor to bring laurels and glory to it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have the oath taking of the house captains. The Teresa House Captain, Vikas SP, the Nehru House Captain, Jonathan Anthony Anil, the Lincoln House Captain, Lekhna Kumar Swami, and the Mandela House Captain, Arya Sagar, led by our principal, Mr. Dinesh Bakshi, to take their pledge.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I,
Jonathan, Captain of Nehru House,
Vikas, Captain of Teresa House,
Lekhna, Captain of Lincoln House,
Arya, Captain of Mandela House,
do solemnly swear that I shall carry out the duties entrusted to me loyally and efficiently, to use authority firmly but fairly, to uplift the standard of my house by giving equal opportunities to all its members, to uphold the ethos and traditions of the school, and endeavor to bring laurels and glory to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
A smile that radiates love to all people around makes everyone happy. With a heart full of happiness, I take this privilege to invite Mrs. Caroline Pratibha Ratre, our senior school coordinator, who has been a pillar of support to the Ebenezer International School family, to lead the prefect body in their pledge. Nirvan, Arvind Ashok, Rishi Karthik Belliangari, Cressida Matthew, Nitesh Aditya S., Oliver Jude, Arya Paryal, Aryan Singh Nair, Arpit Sardana, Zayan Zamir Ahmad, Vaishnavi H., Riddhi N., Jwel Siana Gadapati, and Ihan Muhammad.
Students, raise your hands and repeat after me. We, the prefects of Ebenezer International School, promise to do our best in carrying out our duties. Be truthful and just in whatever we do. We will always do our best. To look into the well-being of our school. Carry out our duties efficiently. And lead by example. And repeat after me. We, the prefects of Ebenezer International School, promise to do our best in carrying out our duties. Be truthful and just in whatever we do. We will always do our best. To look into the well-being of our school. Carry out our duties. Efficiently. And lead by example.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, we have a song dedicated to our newly elected leaders who stand as examples of commitment, dedication, and being an exemplary person. When You Believe, sung by Ananta Suresh Kumar of Grade 8.
Anyone could hear in our over song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Oh, who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe. Somehow you will. Of fear, when prayer so often proves it seems like the summer birds just swiftly flown away. Yet now I'm standing here, my heart's so full I can't explain, seeking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd say. There can be miracles when you believe, though hope is frail, it's hard to keep. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. You will when you
It gives me immense pleasure to invite our old students, Rishabh Belavadi, our ex-head boy, and Deepika Vignesh, our ex-prefect, to say a few words to the newly appointed student council members and the gathering.
Hi everyone, my name is Rishabh Belavadi from the batch of 2017. I must say it's an incredible honor to be invited to speak here today as an alumnus on this important occasion where a new group of students takes their first steps as leaders. I remember my first day at this school all the way back in 2008. I was new to this country, new to this system, and from the day, which was well before I joined the school, that I spoke to the then director and chairman, I just never felt out of place. Everyone knew exactly how to provide every single student the attention he or she deserved. This school has been and will always be such an integral part in my life. Whether it was listening, quite often daydreaming, in class, or being out on the cricket field playing for the pride of my school, I will always cherish every single moment. I believe the school has played a big part in shaping me into what is, I'm hoping, a good human being. And I owe a big thanks to all my teachers. Carolyn ma'am, Ravi sir, Dilly ma'am are the ones who are still here. I'm not sure who else is still teaching here. I still remember all of them, the values that they've taught me. I still have Carolyn ma'am's voice at the back of my head, however scary that is, pushing me far beyond what I feel my limits are. And you too will look back one day and understand how important their part was in your life. Probably not with Carolyn ma'am's voice in your head though. Well, the important part. A leader. What does it mean to be a leader? You may think it means to finally be at the pinnacle, getting to tell people what to do, or you may think it's that person who has the final say in everything. But no. There are 4 things I'd like to see in all of you as leaders. 1. Be a listener. One of the most important traits of a good leader is being able to listen to what other people have to say, whether they're a senior, a junior, a close friend, or a complete stranger. You need to listen, understand their ideas, and then find a way to incorporate those ideas into your plan and your decisions. After all, a leader is only as good as his or her team, right? Virat Kohli is the best captain as long as his team is scoring 300 to 400 runs and winning every single game. The moment the team loses a few games, even though Kohli scored a few hundreds, there are always going to be critics who call for his ouster. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Rohit Sharma fans. The second important thing that I'd like to associate with the leader is initiative. I have a few regrets from my time as school president where I felt I could have just done better and done more. It's important to take initiative, be innovative, come up with something new and something unique. Find a way to leave a mark on the community in a way that no one else has done before. It doesn't necessarily have to be something big. A small, seemingly insignificant idea can go a long way in making a difference. Another important leadership quality is courage. There are going to be plenty of barriers and obstacles ahead. This year alone, there are so many things going on that seem quite hard to get past. But whatever happens, you just can't give up. You have to have that courage to push through and come out victorious. The last and most important thing, according to me, that I want you guys to do is just have some fun. And no, I don't want you to go to your teachers who are already having a hard time taking online classes and say, "Ma'am, Rishabh told me to have some fun, so I'm going to go play some video games because that's way more fun than listening to class." No, please don't do that. They're all going to start coming after me otherwise. It's a huge honor to be given this important role here in school at such an early time in your lives. And you've probably worked hard to get here and earn this opportunity. You're going to work with new people, do things you've never done before. You're going to accomplish some goals that initially seem to be impossible. You're also going to have some serious obstacles on the way. Through all this, remember, it's the journey that counts. And it's the journey that you need to enjoy. Every single moment of this journey needs to be enjoyed. I now move my attention to those who have unfortunately missed out today. Some of you may have wanted to be a part of that group, but unluckily missed out. Some of you may just not be interested. But one day, whether you like it or not, your time will come, and you need to grasp that opportunity with both hands. And you don't need a badge on your chest to be a leader. Far from it, in fact. There's always room for a new point of view, a new idea, a new train of thinking. And it can come from anywhere. Just because you aren't a prefect today doesn't mean you shouldn't put forward your thoughts. You guys are as important as those who have been elected today. Now, I know we're in the middle of a pandemic. It's extremely frustrating. You may be thinking, I'm a student leader this year, finally. But what can I do if I'm spending the entire year at home? But you know what? There are ways you can make a difference, even if you're sitting out of your house. You just need to think out of the box and have the courage to go through with it. You should all find your own ways to make the most out of this situation. It doesn't have to be a dull, monotonous period of your lives. Personally, I'm extremely grateful to be able to spend more time than just a few days with my family, who I have barely seen during the last 3 years. I've tried to make sure this time is as productive, if not more, than my usual days at college. And you guys should too. It can be anything: learning a new skill, picking up a new hobby, learning how to cook, or in my case, learning how to wash the dishes spotlessly. It's incredibly hard, okay? I know all of you are judging me so badly right now. Since the current group of student leaders is a part of the board-going batch, a small piece of advice, specifically from your exam point of view, coming from someone who has had a little bit of success in that area. Because you're not going to hear this from most people. It's something that I've learned over the course of my time at school. Almost everybody works hard. Everyone reads the same books. Everyone goes through all those 5-10 years of past papers. But the one thing that can set you apart from everyone is confidence. Confidence in your abilities can take you way beyond what you currently think you can achieve. Just keep that in your mind when you're preparing for your exams. Well, I think I've said enough in my speech. It's a bit hypocritical of me because I always used to complain about long speeches during our school assemblies. But you guys are sitting out of the comfort of your own homes, so I think I deserve some leeway. Good luck to all the appointed leaders. Make the most of your opportunity. And again, most importantly, follow my motto. Just have some fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rishabh Belavadi.
Good morning, everyone, and I would like to wish you all a very happy Independence Day. It's me, HR Deepika Reddy, and ex-Ebenezer addressing you all. I would like to thank the Chairman, Jesus Lal Sir, the Principal, Dinesh Bakshi Sir, and the faculty of Ebenezer International School for giving me this opportunity on being a part of this auspicious occasion of the Investiture ceremony, where the elected prefect bodies of the school would be taking oath on. On this day, what reminds me is when I was elected as a prefect in EISB. Yes, maybe that's where all this journey started, where I wanted to become a leader, where I wanted to serve the society. So what I would like to tell y'all is never give up on the urge of growing high, because that urge is where it will take you to succeed in all your endeavors of life. And as we all know, if there is something that helps a kid who joins as a toddler to a school to grow up to become a brave adult, the major role who play is the teachers and an institution. When I first came into Ebenezer, I was in my 9th grade, I suppose. I was tensed because an international school, that concept of international school was very new. And for me, when I entered the campus, it was so difficult, to come get adjusted to the students. And I was so worried, how would it be? New friends, new teachers, new campus, new institution, new method of teaching. But EISB never failed to give me that warmth and the exposure that EISB has given me in every field. Let it be academics, let it be sports, cultural activities, everything. Maybe EISB has definitely played a very major role in making me the strong woman I am today. On this day, I would take this moment to tell that I'm definitely a proud ex-Ebenezerite, and congratulations to the whole student council for being elected, and all the very best for your future endeavors. Finally, I would like to thank the faculty and the institution for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be a part of this virtual event. Thank you very much for everything, and all the very best to all the students and the teachers and the institution. And please stay home, stay safe, have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepika Vignesh. Thanks as a word is so small, yet it speaks volumes and volumes of the hidden sentiments of gratitude within the heart. I would now like to call upon our newly elected head girl, Ishita Andrews, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning all. As the head girl of Ebenezer International School, it is my honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks. On behalf of the Student Council, I would like to thank our Honorable Chairman, Mr. Jesus Lal, for giving us an opportunity to showcase our leadership skills. I would also like to thank our Principal, Mr. Dinesh Bakshi. The words of wisdom you shared with us will remain in our hearts for the rest of our lives. A big thank you to the alumni who are one among us and started dreaming sitting on the benches of the classrooms here. Thank you for your speeches which motivates us to face tomorrow. Thanks to the Student Council committee members for your manifold efforts. I would also like to take a moment to thank the support staff of the school for their contribution. Finally, it is important that we acknowledge the unconditional love and support given to us by our parents. Where we stand today is the combination of hard work and efforts, and we know that we can go further with renewed confidence and that you will be there to celebrate our victories. I would like to end my speech with a quote by John F. Kennedy. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. The Student Council shall strive to achieve all possible excellence for the school. We once again thank you all for your support in making this event a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishita Andrews. Success always comes when preparation meets opportunity. Our young leaders have taken up this opportunity to do small things in a great way from today. We will wish them all success. We shall now rise for the national anthem. Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे